open that up. I've got the wall bracket, the base, and you get your fixing screws and some blanks in there. Also in the box is the remote, just in a little bag, neatly packaged. Looks like that. Okay, so we get the bracket, we get our measurements out of the book, and what we're wanting to do is we're wanting to go 198 centimetres from where the foot's going to go up to the top mark, which is going to be that centre hole on the bracket, which is that hole there. And also from the same centre hole in the bracket, we then need that to be 13.5 centimetres from the wall or from the corner, as it describes it in the book. So we want two measurements we're trying to achieve. So we mark that at 198. And then at the same mark, if we can mark that then at 13.5 centimetres, like that. And that is going to be the place for our centre hole. We get our bracket and spirit level. We can pop that onto the centre line, get the spirit level to make sure our unit's going to be straight. And once we're happy with that, we need to mark the other two holes. So then you'll have 3 holes marked on the wall, like that. The next stage is to drill the holes and fit the bracket. These, obviously we're fitting into a tiles. A lot of the installations are going to be in the tiled room, so you need something like this, which is a diamond tile bit, which is especially made for drilling tiles, which is what we're going to use. And also we use a little clamp-on guide to make sure it doesn't slip when we're doing that, so we clamp that on there. It's one hole drilled, move the clamp to our next one. Second hole drilled, moving on to the last hole. In our kit, we've got some red plugs, like that, which just fit in our 6mm hole. Just tap your red plugs in, just be careful with the tiles, get them flat. Bracket goes on with the 2 little legs facing downwards and the little hooks facing upwards. You just get all your screws to start, then once again you can use the spirit level to check before you finally tighten them up. So if we tighten our middle one up first.
What would you like to search for?
Just double check. It's level. We should be able to offer this onto the holes. The unit fits like that. And then we need our tubes. These just slot together. And a foot. depending on the installation, you might decide how you're going to put your wire. You can use trunking like that, or we could use conduit. But I think what we're going to use is some little P-clips, which are just little cable clips to hold the wire in, because the wire is designed, again, it's waterproof, and it's a good wire, so it can be, because a waterproof gland on the top, so everything's nicely sealed. It's designed to be in a wet room environment. So before you put your pipes on, you want to make sure you connect the pipe for your remote button. Some neoprene pipe, and if we install it on one end like that, and the other end goes on that black nozzle there. So on here it's fitted to the wall. Looks like you've got the option of not fitting it to the wall and just having it loose somewhere, which are those apart. And if we're going to fit it to the wall, we take out those two little rubber grommets like that, and then that's our screw holes then. So we offer it up to the wall, and we mark the screw holes like that. Right, so we're going to fit the switch. Just need to sort of measure off the pipe which is connected, so to cut it. So there's quite a lot of excess there. Just like that. Put it on the end, and as you can see, drill the holes for the plugs and the switch. A couple of screws.
There you go.
Cover for it. That's your switch. Tim connects to that. We'll have a test in a minute. We got some little Wago connectors which came with the kit, so we're going to use those to joint the cable. Little connectors here, the little called brand named Wago. They connect the cables together. It's fine to use those, but they have got to be sitting in some kind of enclosure, so conduit or trunking or a box can't just be left exposed to the air. And then what we simply do is we use these three Wagos, one for the live, which is the brown wire, one for the earth, which is the yellow and green wire, and one for the neutral, which is the blue wire, and our 2.5 twin earth, and that simply connects to the units, same colours. Like that. And then we're just going to make sure that that is tucked neatly inside. Right, so now we should be able to press the button and feel the air. Is really easy to install. There's only one bracket with 3 screws and then another 2 screws for the remote. The electrical wire comes with its own connectors, so it's very, very easy to install. So the body dry is great to install. There's only one bracket with 3 screws and plugs which are fixed into the wall. If you're doing like we had to do here onto a tiled area, then you need a diamond drill bit, and I'd recommend getting a new diamond drill bit for every one you put on. It's just a lot quicker to do the installation, but it's basically just 3 screws and 3 plugs. The electrical installation is very, very simple. The unit's under 13 amps, so it can go on to most radial or ring circuits. Doesn't need a new wire putting through if there's already some mains power within that area. It's very low powered. The connection's already made up with some little Wago clips which are just undo, clip in, very, very simple to use, and can connect to, like I say, any circuit which is 13 amps or under. So
So the hardest part of installation, like any installation, is a bit of the planning, I think. You just got to sort of plan your installation right, make sure your height's right, make sure your distance from the corner is correct. Everything's in the manual for that, but it's quite important because then it will sit neatly into the corner. It's really not difficult, but it's just taking your time to measure things correctly, and then you won't have to do any cutting to the boxing section there, to the pipe section, because that'll sit nicely on the floor as long as all your measurements are correct.